Good evening and welcome back to the second half of the Double Dip. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala pleased to bring you Central Western Boys Varsity. Out here, where are we?
We are at the corn court.
The corn court, it is.
The cornfield's right back there, about 200 yards. So, when you're retired, you got a lot of time on your hands to think about stuff. So I said, let's call it the corn court.
Independent Wealth Brothers going to be right around the corner.
Yeah.
When you start designing those multicolored shirts, it's going to be beautiful. But you've got a year for both of these teams, starting with Bay City Central, that are just trying to learn a new system. Coach Chris Sanford coming in, trying to establish his role with this team. The one thing you can always count with this, kids, they are going to play hard and 100% effort.
Yeah, Jeff, they've had 3 different coaches over the last 3 years. So, that's hard to get used to. You don't get into a flow and you don't have any consistency. But I've heard good things about it. I talked to somebody that was at the Midland Dow game. Midland Dow Central said kids played hard. They did a really nice job. So I'm looking forward to see what Coach Sanford and the Bay City Central Wolves will put on the court tonight.
Steve Cushion is going to be their top scorer, but I think the floor general for Bay City Central is going to make things happen, and they're going to need efforts from a lot of people. Mac Evans, number 10, is only a sophomore, really starting to figure it out and come into his own. So they're going to need contributions from a whole lot of people.
Well, and they're just going to have to see what kind of flow the game is for Bay City Central. We watched Western against Midland High before the holiday season, and, they kind of can get up and down the floor, but they also kind of can play half court. So Central's just going to have to see what kind of game that they want to play against the Warriors tonight.
If I'm Bay City Central, I'm pulling the pin out, and I am going to take as much air out of the basketball as I can, limit the offensive possessions of the Western Warriors.
Yeah, you know what, Jeff? Make the Warriors play a little bit of defense, and that, it takes a lot of energy to play defense. That's not a bad strategy, just as long as you take care of the basketball.
On the other side for Coach Willie Williams, he's got another squad that's just starting to figure it out, but one of the players that's exciting that we watched is Hartwick out here in the first game that we saw against Midland.
Yeah, he did a really nice job against the Chemics, Jeff, and they shot the ball really well. Also, Sidak really played a really nice game against the Midland Chemics, and I liked the way they did. They played hard. They were physical. They got up and down the floor when they needed. They had controlled fast break, made some shots outside. So, I think this is a good basketball team, and I really believe we're going to see a good game tonight.
Well, and they're just coming off a 79-point offensive explosion against a team that plays as good a defense as anybody in the area, and that is the Standish Sterling Central Panthers.
Yeah, when you can do that against the Panthers and Standish Sterling, you're doing something, because we've watched those kids over the years. Physical, get after you on defense. So nice job by Bay City West. And I think this is going to be a close game. And I'm going to go with your philosophy. In the 60s, maybe mid-60s, I think will be the winner of this game. I know you like that range in this type of game tonight, so I'm going to steal your thunder a little bit if you don't mind, and I'm looking at mid-60s for the winner tonight.
You can borrow it. I'm glad to share it at all, but I really agree. I don't think either one of these teams are consistently in the prolific scoring area, but Western can get up and down the floor in transition, and that's why it's imperative for Central to stay in this game to limit the number of offensive possessions and easy transition buckets.
Well, and another thing that I'm going to watch is, Jeff, I'm going to see what happens when these kids get to the free throw line. We've got to get 70%, 75% when you get to the line, and I think it's going to be key that both squads make those free throws tonight, and they're solid on the defensive end of the floor.
That about puts the wraps on our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show. Back with what should be a fun one momentarily on BCTV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we take caring for kids very seriously. That's why we've established Covenant Children's Hospital, home of the Great Lakes Bay region's only pediatric emergency care unit, the only Level 3 regional neonatal intensive care unit, part of our state-of-the-art birth center,
Popsicles!
and the region's only pediatric intensive care unit.
Our pediatric ICU has specialized equipment designed for treating children and board-certified pediatric intensivists specifically trained to deal with the unique needs of pediatric care.
As a pediatrician, it's rewarding to work at a hospital with so many resources devoted to kids' care.
Covenant Children's Hospital offers a wide range of pediatric specialty services, such as pediatric cardiology, orthopedics, treatment for autism, diabetes, and sleep disorders, as well as pediatric rehabilitation at Mary Freebed Rehabilitation.
They have stickers!
And at every step of the way, our child life specialists guide them, making their Covenant experience a positive one. Covenant Children's Hospital is also home to the Central Michigan University Pediatric and Obstetrics and Gynecology residency programs, training the next generation of physicians.
They won't let you be a doctor without one of these.
A children's hospital is more than a building with colorful walls. Rather, it is the embodiment of the hearts and minds of all of us committed to the well-being of children.
We're dedicated to providing extraordinary care to infants and children so they can get back to the serious business of being kids.
And here we go on Bay County TV. Jeff Doden and Mike Wasdala, glad to have you along. Nick Page producing, directing, and filming as we're ready for the tip. Controlled by the Western Warriors. Hardwick with a nice backdoor pass and a great first basket to Sidock.
Boy, what a nice pass right there by Hardwick.
It was all about the vision. Shot up and missed that time as the Bay City Central Wolves, again, we told you early on, they have got to slow down that transition offense. 2 quick baskets for the Warriors.
Little Euro step right there by Hardwick coming down the floor, and a nice break for the Warriors.
And if you remember that game against Midland, he got off early and often in that game as well.
Preston Colm had a nice game against the Chemics for the Warriors also, Jeff.
Cushing with a nice look, unable to get the shot to drop as it's one and done. And again, strong to the hole. And Coach Sanford says, I think we better talk things over. 1 minute in, down 6-0. We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back here on Bay County TV, Willie Williams got a little high level of energy going already, trying to inspire his kids here early in the first.
I'll tell you what, it's a great start for Bay City Weston. They're up 6-0 with 6:57 and counting to go here in the first quarter from the corn court.
McCall is up now. Edmonds back at the three-point line. Nice look at the basket. Again, a great shot opportunity. Sidock with a rebound. Quickly down the floor they come on that quick transition. Never afraid to burp up the three. A little bit too strong that time by Colm. Hartwig, though, with his hands on the ball, and he's going to try and reset the offense as Cushion tried to get that ball away.
Yeah, Colm looks like he's in good rhythm tonight, Jeff. That was a good-looking shot.
There's another square up of the feet. Three ball is just off the mark from Kohani. As the ball comes down, and just McCall a little bit too strong on his pass for Cushion.
Coach Sanford over on the far sideline yelling out, barking out some instructions for his squad. 6-0, 6:05, Jeff, to go here in the first quarter. Western with a very, very fast start here
And Coach Sanford, very familiar with this gym. Played at Midland High and had a 21 rebound game. And for many years, don't know if it still stood, but he had a record here for most rebounds. So you know the energy level at which he plays with. As Edmonds is going to pick up the foul, and the Warriors are going to go to the line.
Bulls foul number 10, Matt Edmonds, his first, team first. Robbins at the line, shooting 2.
So Robbins will go to the free throw line. And he's listed in our program as 13, but he's going to be 45.
All right, we're going to make that change. He's a big fella. He's got a set of pipes on him, doesn't he?
He's a big drink of water, no question about that. As the second free throw goes down, and 7-0 early on in the ball game. You always like having somebody police the paint. That's a big one.
Yes, he is. I don't remember seeing him too much against the Midland Chemics.
I don't remember him from the first time either. Maybe they've just brought him up. Maybe he played at the junior varsity level earlier, but doing a nice job cleaning the glass and down the floor. Robbins trying to go inside, and the defense all over him. Sidak back to Robbins. You know where he's going. Strong to the hole. Can't get it to drop, but I'm going to tell you what, between two defenders with some serious girthage.
He is ready to take it to the rack, and if you're going to foul him, you're going to have to foul him good because he is a strong young man. 5:09 and counting to go here in the first quarter. Jeff Western again playing that very good man-to-man defense.
Floor General Nervez, and who are we going to have on the foul there? Are they going to have this on Hartwick?
Warriors foul number 45, Andy Robbins.
Okay, it's on Robbins.
A little bit of a hold on Robbins, his first, team foul number 1. As you can hear the voice of Bay City Western Athletics, Matt Fallon in the background doing another good job tonight.
Well, second generation of excellence there as he learned from one of the true masters. As that ball is down, and ball will be out of bounds, and looks like the Warrior fan base, the students, all had their caffeinated dinner.
The students out here at the corn court always have a good time and are always very vocal.
You got to love that support from the students. Moving that ball back around. Great looking trifecta shot from number 4, Kohani.
Yeah, that was a nice ball movement right there by Hardwick to get Kohani the ball, Jeff. And you know, when he sits on it, he is an excellent shooter.
And there is a Hardwick foul as there's a reach around, and it's a little bit of just too much adrenaline early on. Those are not the ones you want to pick up.
Yeah, those, you know, Jeff, this has always been an intense rivalry between these two squads, and you can see it early here tonight at the corn court.
Cushion can't get the shot to drop. Robbins with the rebound. Got to spend quite a bit of time at the freshman and JV boys game last night with Coach Willie Williams. As another 3-ball going up from Kohani. And he's going back and forth. Kohaney, as they call him out here. As it's 13-0, but Coach Willie and I probably talked for 20 or 30 minutes, and what a great young man.
Always fun to talk to coaches when they have the time.
Well, when they're in that relaxed setting, they've got their preparation, their practice is done before the night before, and it's just there and kind of salivate over the young talent that'll be coming up in the next year or two to the varsity program.
Well, and he has done a nice job out here, Jeff, with the Western program. Kids are playing hard, and he's a high-energy kind of guy, as we saw early in the game.
Well, and you look, and they've got solid numbers, too, and that certainly helps. Narvaez with a nice-looking 10-footer, can't get it to drop. My favorite rebound in basketball, the backside. With a rebound. Sidak goes back up top.
We got to keep an eye on number 4 in that far corner, Kohaney. He's the man right now.
Mac Edmonds gets that ball to McCall. Up the floor they come on a controlled break. Narvaez going to dribble penetrate. Finds himself down against Hardwick. Does a nice job on the fadeaway. Can't get it to drop. Hardwick picks up a big-time rebound. They want to rush it down the floor.
Good luck. Good luck.
Extra pass. It's a wide open three. Little bit strong that time for Kohaney.
Got another good look. Good transition on offense right there by the Bay City Western Warriors.
I like the way they look, and Hardwick just picks up his second foul that he regrets. He's going to probably find himself having to sit.
It's team foul number 3 for the Warriors, and he will sit down for Bay City Western.
Well, and I can understand a little bit extra adrenaline on this young man because a lot of the people he's playing against tonight, he played with for many years leading up to him coming out to Western. So he's got a little something extra adrenaline-wise tonight. Nice job that time by Mac Edmonds.
I was watching Edmond do that drill in the pregame, Jeff, and he did it right there and did it very well with the step. Had good footwork right there by that young man.
Kohaney with another nice feathery touch. I'd say McCall might have got away with an extra step, but the contact may have caused that travel. And there'll be another team foul, and that's 4th team foul. Next one will be shooting 2.
Fouls on number 4, Kohaney. You're right, 4th team foul. First on Kohaney, out of bounds to the Wolves underneath their own basket.
Boy, Western just playing tough defense, but what a great, nice turnaround that time.
That was sweet.
Is McCall.
That was a good-looking shot by Alondro McCall for the Bay City Central Wolves.
Robbins is going to fight for that ball. Whether he gets it or not, bodies are going to fly.
Gotta like it. Always love it when the kids get on the deck and get a bunch of strawberry burns from the floor, Jeff, and that means kids are hustling, playing hard. And so far, the officials have done a nice job. They know this is a big rivalry, so done a nice job with the refereeing so far.
Do you remember back when the rubber surface was placed out here?
Yeah, I coached here with that rubber surface.
And when that rubber surface was there, you had to be a man to want to go down for one of those loose balls because that was an instant cherry and the rest of the fruit.
Tartan floor is what it was called.
Yep.
It was Handy had the same floor.
Yep, they both got them at the same time. And
nice take.
What a great go for Kohaney to the basket. From a tough angle with a soft kiss off the glass.
Yeah, he really had a tough angle and a nice job by Kohaney, who's had a super first quarter, and another nice shot right there by number 15 for the Wolves. McCall,
Jr., Yep. Kohaney with a little fadeaway was feeling it. Edmonds says, that's great. That rebound falls right down into my lap. McCall's trying to make it happen. He's a little bit out of control, and he's going to travel. Boy, when you put that shoulder down and you're out of control just looking for contact, you're always at risk of getting called for travel.
Yeah, that was a tough look right there for the Bay City Central Wolves. 52.4 to go here in the first quarter, and Western 17-6 with the lead.
There's another Kohaney, and that one is off the mark. Might have forced that one just a little bit. Central one and done with a rebound. Narvaez taking it to the corner. As another really nice look for Bay City Central. Edmonds doing a great job.
He's got some good footwork down there. You can see he's been working on that down in the low post. Good pass.
As Kohaney gets a shot, can't get it to drop. He'll earn 2 at the stripe with 15.9 left in the first.
That was a really nice pass on that back cut. And Kohaney for Bay City Western, the junior, kind of a 2-guard, I would call him, Jeff. Going to shoot a couple free throws.
Yeah, he plays big guard, small forward. A little strong on the first offering. Central doing a little shuffling on their alignment here for the rebound. Second one rattles home, split of the 2. 10-point lead with 14 ticks left in our first. Brandon Narvaez looking to dribble penetrate. Great backside help on the defense that time by the Western Warriors. Edmonds up top. They got to realize there's not much time left on the clock. Unable to get that last shot off at the end of the first. Western 18, Central 8. Back in a moment for the second quarter on BCTV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
Back here on BCTV, the Pep Band and the Pom-Pom Girls are just having a great time. Mike, why don't you thank some of our great sponsors?
All right, I'd love to, Jeff. Sandlot Sports, official apparel provider of Bay County TV. Village in Action, towing the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame. Frank's Great Outdoors, Bay City All Saints Booster Club. Last but certainly not least, our good friends from Covenant Healthcare. What a great group.
Boy, Covenant Healthcare, that one organization that's been with us from the start, and it was great to have them on board, and they just continue to show great interest in our sports programming. As the shot is up and missed. It's out of bounds. Last touched by Central off the hands, knocking it away from Jax Jenkins.
Big footprint, Jeff. Covenant Healthcare here in the Great Lakes Bay region, and they just do a tremendous job in helping us, too, and helping a lot of people.
Well, they just opened a new branch in Essexville, too. Off the rebound and the miss, Robbins makes it look easy, cleared some space inside with a nice putback for an easy deuce.
That's not hard to do for him when clearing some space for that big fella.
Yeah, he definitely is a big one. Narvaez has it halfway down the hole off the glass, couldn't get it to drop. Quickly down on transition, go the Western Warriors.
Nice job by Western, keeping their head up and good transition on offense. And Luke Arnold comes off the bench and replaces Hardwick. Does a nice job with that three-point shot right there.
Well, that was a little two-man game back and forth, and shook loose the defense, squared up the Tootsies, and let the orange fly through the cotton.
Nice flex cut.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a nice back flex cut right there.
And Narvaez ends up finishing it using all of the high glass. Hardwick at the next stoppage of play will be coming back in, but he saw limited minutes in the first quarter after picking up a couple of fouls. That shot going up once again by Arnold. Unable to get it to drop, and we got a loose ball foul.
Fouls on number 45, Andy Robbins, his second personal. Team foul number 1 for Bay City Western. We're at 6:39, Jeff. 22-10. Bay City Western on top here at the Corn Court on the campus of Bay City Western.
Corn Court will stick here for a long time, at least on BCTV. So a nice little three ball going up, and
clock went out again.
Chatfield, and the ball out of bounds, and we're going to have the stoppage. And
yeah, they played about 10 seconds without a clock, Jeff. So I'm not sure what's going on, if it's somebody's kicking it when they pass through, but it went out in the girls game, and it's now out in the varsity game.
Well, something that needs to be addressed. Now they're going to have to talk about potential time. They'll just leave it at that. But I believe there's probably a connection down there, and somebody's stretching out the Tootsies and Bumperoo.
Oh, yeah. So I think they'll put a little extra time back up on the clock.
Nope.
They're going to keep it the same? Okay.
I would say, if anything, it might be down to 6:15, but they're going to play on. It's a break for Bay City Central, getting some bonus seconds here in the game. Hardwick doing a great job of addressing that shot defensively. And there they go, back for the extra pass, wide open. And that ball hits the stanchion.
I was waiting for it. If you were going to say it, I was ready.
Yep, that is. That probably comes into play at least once or twice every game, either off the top or the pulley that makes the basket go up and down.
Into the game for Bay City Western, number 10, Carter Stewart. His first time on the floor tonight for the Warriors.
Narvaez with a little step back, can't get it to drop. Hartwig says probably the easiest rebound I'll get all night long. Rolling the ball around. Hardwick back up top, trying to force that ball inside to Robbins. Central, nice job of jumping the passing lane.
Good hands by the Wolves to get the turnover. 5:25 and counting to go here in the first half.
Back up top to Narvaez. Edmonds really trying to carve out some space now. It goes down to the short corner. Anticipating that in a hurry. Look at the slide to the hole. And what do we got going?
A bench warning, I think, Jeff.
Okay. So they put a bench warning in the book. As Coach Sanford must have done or said something one of our officials didn't care for. I love the warning, though. It's a pre-technical, but it doesn't count as one, but I'm going to tell you what, it resonates.
Well, you know, I had the honor and privilege of coaching in 4 of these games, Jeff, and I'll tell you, it is intense. And I had the opportunity to coach all 4 games against Bill DeLong when he was coaching at Bay City Central.
Oh, yes.
It was intense. Kids get after it, coaches get after it, and there's no lack of effort and intensity in these games.
Well, and now we've got
offensive
Mac
foul.
Edmonds with a foul for Central. But you talk Bill DeLong, great boys varsity coach, then comes out here with his daughter and does got many years with the girls program, and then goes with Vonnie DeLong over at Heritage. And they had a couple of great state championship runs.
He was a great guy.
So going strong to the hole is number 10, Stewart. He's going to earn 2 from the stripe.
That was a nice take by Stu, taking it to the rack in the 4:52. He's going to shoot a couple free throws. Foul is on number 15 for Bay City Central, McCall. His first 4th team foul, Jeff.
Already 4th as the first of 2 free throws goes in. That's the first point for Western in a while. They've been stuck on 23 for a while, so they're happy to get off that schneid. As coming into the game is Jack Gillis. We remember him from football season.
We do.
Robbins with a big man-sized rebound. Hardwick pulls up from 20, a little bit off the mark. As they go back up top, squaring the feet and letting it fly. A little bit long that time for Stewart. Another offensive opportunity as that ball was knocked away. And for the rest of the half, Western's going to be shooting free throws on every foul.
Yeah, that was a good take by Stewart. Too many offensive rebounds right there for the liking of Coach Sanford over at Bay City Central. Out of bounds underneath their own basket for the Wolves.
So they changed it, and that was only the 4th team foul. Now Bay City Central just committed another foul, and there's going to be 3 free throws. Now the rest of the half, they're shooting at least 2.
At the line again will be number 10, Carter Stewart, a senior for Bay City Western. He's going to shoot a couple, and we got a timeout on the floor, Bay City Central.
We'll take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at baycountysportshof.com for banquet tickets, lifetime membership, or donation, and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Back here on BCTV as the Warriors are going to the free throw line to shoot 3. Carter Stewart with the first of 3. A little bit strong. Neither team really done any justice so far in the first half at the charity stripe, Coach.
Yeah, you know, we've talked for many, many years, Jeff. You know what the goal is, correct? Remember that goal, 70%. And spent a lot of time when I was coaching. We'd start practice, go about 10 minutes, I'd blow the whistle, free throws, then I'd do the same thing halfway through. Then I did it when they got tired, and you had to make a certain amount before you could go get a drink of water.
Well, and when you're shooting free throws, it's for me. It's muscle memory, because if you don't do the same thing and put your body through that same routine, you shouldn't have to think about it. Your body should just be able to react. Stewart with a reach in, and that one went right across the forehead of Narvaez. So he didn't think that he did anything, but again, Western hasn't created a lot of fouls tonight, but they regret a lot of them that they're committing.
Yeah, that was Carter Stewart, number 10, second personal, team foul number 3 for Bay City Western. Good call by the referee. 26-13, 4:20 and counting to go here in the first half. Boy, Central's had some really nice short opportunities. They're just not making those bunnies.
Yeah, McCall Jr. had a nice look. Hartwig nearly had the ball taken away by Steve Cushion. They go underneath, and great job by Edmonds to slap that away, and they're going to say that he got a little arm, and they're going to go back to the free throw line in the form of Braden Hitz.
Well, you know, when you talk about Coach Sanford, if he played in the Valley, he probably played for Tom Hersey over there at Midland High, who was a great, great coach over at Midland. Spent a lot of time with talking with Tom when I first got out here to Western, kind of giving me what it's going to be like here in the Valley.
Well, you had Hersey forever at Midland. You had McDonald forever at Dow, so they had great stability in the Midland School District with 2 longtime coaches.
Nice job right there by Braden Hitz with making a couple free throws. 4 minutes exactly to go here in the first half.
Western up by 15 right now. Narvaez backing down with a great look and a great finish, using that expensive piece of glass to his advantage. Central not back on defense, gives up an easy transition bucket.
We talked about that in the pregame show, Jeff. Western looking down the floor in that transition offense for the easy buckets.
Nice pass. That wasn't a shot. That was a pass all the day long. And as Hawkins couldn't get it, McCall gets it back and finally able to drop it in the hole. So great offensive set that time for Bay City Central.
Well, and McCall was nice and patient down there, Jeff. Sometimes you get underneath that basket and all that traffic, you get a little bit rushed, and he was very patient.
Moving the ball around. Showing patience offensively. Now going strong to the hole. Unable to finish, but looks like A.J. Hawkins is going to get a foul.
Gillis is going to go to the line and shoot 2 for the Warriors, and you're right. Foul is on number 24, Hawkins for Bay City Central, his first.
So here's a little different stance at the free throw line, and boy, has that thing just rolling on the front iron. Just couldn't get the spin. That shot, though, is just a little flatter than some. You put just another fingertip or a little extra surge of the legs, and that one's all cotton.
I always told my kids, when you're shooting, flick the wrist like you're going to shoot when you're going into the cookie jar in the top shelf when Mom was hiding it in the cupboard. Go look, flick that wrist, get that cookie.
Yeah, go for 2. Narvaez in the corner, can't get the shot to drop. Cushion going up into the Raptors with the Windex out to clean the glass.
That was a hop.
Hawkins doing a nice job going to the hole. Looks like Gillis picks up the foul.
Going to the line for Bay City Central, Hawkins. Nice job right there. And again, Jeff, another close shot, missing those bunnies. Central makes a couple of those easy layups, and maybe 4 or 5 points, and it's 31-22. So good opportunity right here for Bay City Central.
Hawkins with the first of 2 with a nice soft touch at the line.
Yeah, talking about the Valley back in the day when Chris was playing, you had Stan Gooch at Flint Central, you had Marshall Thomas at Saginaw High, Kubiak at Arthur Hill,
Tony Holiday at Northern,
Grover Kirkland at Northwestern. Whew.
That was when men were men. You better strap it up every night on the floor.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but boy, I had a great time with those guys.
Yes, indeed. It is a ton of fun coaching at the high school level. Tad bit of work and hours invested, though.
It was.
What do we got going on here? We got something away from the ball on Western. Looks like Gillis.
With a hold. Second personal on Gillis. 15 foul, it says on the scoreboard. Are they going to shoot?
If it's an offensive foul, no.
Oh, that's right. It was an offensive foul. Correct.
You're going to say, fellas, we're a little too spirited here. Time to clamp the yap and let your actions speak.
Well, I think they may have been talking, was it going to be McDonald's or Burger King after the game? I know where I'm going.
I know, too.
Burger King.
Home of the Whopper. As you hold the pickles and hold the lettuce, because special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way. As we're back to the ballgame after we get hungry here all of a sudden. Long 3-ball launched up. Tickling it wide on the trifecta.
That's a good-looking shot.
It's Combs.
That's a good-looking shot right there by Colm.
Underneath.
It's a nice take, too.
Cushion he is Central's best player finishing around the basket. Another great look underneath, and now they get that ball to Robbins. You know what he's going to do, clear a little space, and he's going to drop it through the cotton for 2.
1:35 to go here in the first half. Jeff, 36-21. Western with the lead. Another nice shot by McCall for Bay City Central.
Central hanging around, down 13 right now, waiting to make a little offensive run here with $1:15 and counting left in the first half. Back up top, Sidak with that look underneath. They take the extra pass back to the outside. Sidak has that thing slip through Robbins' fingers, and Bay City Central comes up with another offensive opportunity. A 3 will bring it back down to single digits. Hawkins was shut off. Cush thought about the shot, couldn't get it off. Hawkins with a fade away from 15, comes up a little bit short. One and done. As Sidak coming down the floor. Trying to go inside. Narvaez doing a great job of sealing off the baseline and tipping that ball away.
34.3 ticks to go in the first half, Jeff. Very briskly played first half here at the Corn Court out here at Bay City Western. See what Central does if they go for the last shot.
I think they may plan on the last shot unless they get something special. That ball just kind of slipped away from McCall. Central's fortunate to get that back.
22.3 left on the clock here in the first half. McCall will take it out of bounds. Central will get a good look here and get this game a little bit closer, go in with some energy here at halftime.
Hawkins against Robbins, not much there. McCall trying to go strong to the hole. Does it up, but Cushion.
That's a big hoop.
With a huge basket here. Going to be a half-court offering at the buzzer off the front iron at the end of 1. It's Western 36, Central 25. Back in a moment. We'll recap the first half, set the stage for the second half right here on Bay County TV. back at the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame. I'll spit it out here. Halftime show, Jeff Toad and Mike Wasdala, glad to have you back. Western really took off early. Bay City Central came back to make it a ball game by halftime.
Yeah, Jeff, end of the first quarter, Western was up 18-8, and it was even in the second quarter. Western scored 18, Bay City Central scored 17, so Central did a nice job. Didn't try to get back into the game too quickly, and they're down 36-25, but really impressive second quarter by Bay City Central.
It sometimes in these rivalry games takes a minute to get the adrenaline, to fall back into pace, to get into your flow. And I think that Western calmed down a little sooner in the first half than Central did, allowing them to jump out to the lead that they got.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The kids are fired up. It's it's a Friday night game, so they know this game's coming all week. And what I like about it, they're both playing hard, both playing under control. Western's doing a nice job getting up and down the floor. Central did a better job defending in the second quarter and making some of those bunnies and making some free throws also.
When you look at what's coming up for the second half, I think as a coach, you're just saying, hey, the second quarter went according to plan, more of the same for both.
Exactly, and if I'm Coach Sanford, we got to be better aware of where their shooters are at and what they're doing, and where they're at, what they're doing. And so, not much has to change for Bay City Western either, to be honest with you. I like what they're doing up and down the floor. They're making their free throws, and it's going to be a great second half.
Packed house here. We got the Palms, the dance team, and everybody else performing. So, really,
Bay County TV.
What more could you ask for on a Friday night? The weather outside is frightful, but inside it's so delightful here. So, that about puts the wraps on our Bay County Sports Hall of Fame halftime show. Back with all the second half action in just a moment on BCTV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local source for team uniforms, sports spirit wear, and more. Gear up with confidence. We've got your team covered from head to toe, ensuring you stand out on and off the field. And that's not all. Unleash your team spirit with custom spirit wear that roars success. Wait, it gets better. Introducing our free fundraising online stores. Effortlessly raise funds for your team while showing your pride. Customize your fundraising to reach your team goals. Get started online at sandlotsports301.com or at any one of our 3 convenient Great Lakes Bay locations. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your team, our passion.
Back here on Bay County TV, ready to start the second half. Let's thank our great sponsors.
All right,
please.
Jeff, Covenant Healthcare, Bay City All Saints Booster Club, Flink's Great Outdoors, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, Village Action and Towing, and Sandlot Sports.
Great group of sponsors again this year. First shot going up from Narvaez, a little bit strong. Hardwick with that backside rebound, quickly down in transition. They go extra pass to the wide side. Great ball movement around the perimeter. Now Strong to the hole. And it looks like the central foul is going to go against Hawkins.
I thought he had a little verticality right there, Jeff, but the referee saw something a little bit different. First team foul, second personal on number 24, Hawkins, the senior from Bay City Central.
For some reason, it's so hard for kids to go straight up. If you feel like you're going straight up and you lean those arms forward, you really make it too easy for the official to make that call. As the second free throw is off the mark, but an offensive rebound. Now the extra pass in the corner. And we're going to have 3 free throws as picking up
Hawkins.
his second foul in just moments.
So that'll be Hawkins' third personal, team foul number 2. That's a big foul here early in the third quarter for Hawkins and the Bay City Central Wolves. Going to the line for the Warriors, Chance Sidak. He's going to shoot 3 free throws.
And Sidak has been hot and cold tonight, but boy, the last thing you want if you're Central is to send one of their better shooters to the free throw line
You
to perp
comfortable?
up 3 straight. And if those all 3 go in, watch out, he could be red hot. Halfway down and out. He'll be going for the meatloaf now.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, I know you were waiting for me to finish it.
Yes, you can hum it, you can sing it,
2
brother.
out of 3 ain't bad.
You knew it was coming. And there's the first and third dropping, so back to a 14-point Western lead. Great job, looking to go coast and coast, and great job that time defensively by McCall Jr. You're not going to be able to block that. Stay on the floor. You don't need to pick up a silly foul and send them back to the line.
He goes up with the left hand. You try to block it, you got to go through the body. Nice shot right there for the Wolves. Number 15, McCall. Big hoop.
Boy, look at the stop and go for Hardwick. Could not finish. Robbins couldn't come down with it. And Steve Cushion has that ball taken away defensively as he has a little smirk for Hardwick. Going back the other way and doing a great job because Hardwick took Cushion away from the play and really opened up the lane for that last basket.
That was a nice job by Sidak taking it to the rack. Little baby hook right there by Sidak. 43-28. Western up 15.
Narvaez back to the floor, general spot for Central. McCall Jr. back up to Narvaez. Thought about burping it up. Up on the wing, shot just a little bit strong that time from Chatfield. Quickly at the other end, and whether Western puts that up or not, they at least show shot and really force you to get back quick defensively. Strong to the hole, and again, Robbins not able to make that happen, but a third opportunity, and now back to the free throw line will go the Western Warriors, and that's Kohaney.
Narvaez with his first personal team foul number 3, Jeff, with 5:55 to go here in the third quarter. Kohaney, the junior for Bay City Western, he's going to shoot a couple.
Well, and if you're Central, you want that role reversed where you're scoring points without any time coming off the clock instead of putting your opponent there.
Well, and they're putting Western on the line a lot here in the third quarter, and Kohaney's hit nothing but the net on both those free throws. 45-28, 5:50 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, and 4 out of their last 5 have hit the bottom of the hole, so from the free throw line, they're really starting to dial it in a little bit. McCall Jr. looking to dribble penetrate, goes up against Hardwick and is able to bring that ball back. Chatfield put it up strong in the backside rebound, losing his footing after the rebound. And
I think he stepped on the Central player's foot.
Might have been because he went down like a ton of bricks, but McCall Jr. said, I'll take that deuce. Trying to go underneath. Great job. McCall Jr. goes off the knee of Robbins, and the Wolves get the ball back down 15 with a chance to dent that lead.
Yeah, nice take again by Kohaney, taking it to the rack. Or that was Collum right there, taking it to the rack. And here comes the Bay City Central Wolves with about 5:10 to go in the third quarter.
Moving it around, McCall Jr. with a long 3 ball. Unable to make that happen. We're going to have a reach-in foul. Is that going to go against Cushion?
Yep, Steve Cushion, his first personal team foul, number 4, Jeff, against the Bay City Central Wolves.
Wow, with
lots of time.
3 minutes gone here in the third. The rest of the fouls are going to be shooting fouls in the third quarter. And you know attacking the basket is what they're going to continue to do. And a little bit of incidental contact, according to the officials. Ball goes back over to Central. Again, down 15 with a chance to dent into that deficit.
Go back to December 18th when the Chemics came here. How physical that game was, Jeff. Saginaw Valley League. Ref's going to let you play.
Boy, a 2-on-1 at the other end of the floor. Narvaez does a nice job of stopping that. I don't think I want to get in the way of that big truck. Some people call that a Mack truck, and they're going to call it a jump ball. I can see it.
Yeah.
It was a decisive call from the official, and off the alternate possession, the ball goes over to the Warriors.
The other 1,500 referees didn't see it that way, but for the Warriors, that's okay.
They paid $6 to get in. They want to have a comment. Hardwick,
Nice
I'll
shot.
tell you what, just a little fadeaway from 21 to get away from the defender, tickling the twine.
That was a nice-looking shot right there by Zay.
Zay gives that little three ball, and I don't like that little three motion that you give. The officials see that, you know what they're going to do. They're going to give you the old T as Edmonds goes up strong, and he's going to earn a couple from the charity stripe.
Nice strong rebound right there for Edmonds. He'll shoot a couple. His third foul on Zay Hardwick, Jeff. First team foul of the third quarter.
Well, Zay has played a nice stretch here in the second half. He's played all 4 minutes of the second half before picking up number 3. As a great free throw that time by Edmonds. He's got an opportunity as a tight end in football to really be something special. Now we got a little kid coming across the floor right now saying, yep, give me about 13 years and I'll be out there seeing if I can tickle the twine.
Referee looked at that young lady. What is going on? Where'd she come from?
Edmonds can't get the other one to drop. McCall lets it go back up on the rebound as the glass is swept by Robbins. Back into the offensive set come the Warriors. Free throw extension with a nice looking shot for Kohaney. So Western takes a timeout, 50-31. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Here is where the next generation is born. But we're also the birthplace of innovation, advanced treatments, second chances, and hope. At Covenant Healthcare, we're the most preferred health system because of the trust we have built across generations. And our leadership continues with the next generation. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, glad to have you along. Nick Page producing, directing, and filming tonight as Western goes on a little run here to go up 19 with just under 4 minutes left in the third.
That was a nice little run by the Warriors, Jeff. Central just got to be a little patient, get some good shots off, get some baskets, get themselves right back in it.
And Cushing does a nice job of going high for the rebound, not being able to get it to go, but
he's got some hops.
He definitely is a very good elevator. Watch out in the student section.
That thing had some heat on it.
Somebody's going to have Spalding on their forehead when they go home to Mama tonight.
That rock had some heat on
it. That thing had a flame tail on it.
It was screaming.
Heads up in the student section. Narvaez has that ball kicked and go back over to Bay City Central here, right in front of our broadcast position.
Yeah, again, we got the catbird seat tonight here in the upper gym at Bay City Western, and we're all by our lonesome tonight.
Yep, they did not feel a need to pull out the bleachers. They really filled in things down underneath, though, and
good shot.
Shot from Narvaez goes in, a much-needed triple for Bay City Central. Gillis puts up a little 5-footer floater, really was at a tough angle. Narvaez says, I'm going to pull up and I'm going to tickle it up. So back a little 4-0 run to make it a 50-36 game with 2:45 left here in the third.
Central trying a little bit of different full court pressure, man-to-man.
Little fade away with an answer is Kohaney.
Kohaney's had a really nice game tonight for Bay City Western.
Boy, and he just shoots the ball so confidently.
Yep.
Shot up, and Robbins with the rebound, and we're going to have a Central foul.
Well, and you know, Kohaney started the game in the first quarter really on fire, Jeff, and at that point, you got so much confidence. You just think that the basket looks like a hula hoop. Anything's going to go in when you're shooting a rock.
And when you've got that feeling, boy, there's not much better.
There's nothing better. At the line for Bay City Western will be number 45, Andy Robbins, the junior. He's going to shoot a couple.
Oh, look at the shooter's touch there, Coach.
That was nice and soft. Doesn't matter how they go in as long as they go in.
Absolutely. It all looks the same in the
It
book.
looks pretty on the scorecard.
A little strong on the second and got a lane violation. And the ball's going to go over as getting ready to come in.
Jackson Jenkins, number 15 for Bay City Western, coming in for Robbins. He's a big fella, too.
They got some big fellas. Definitely Coach Willards has had a slight impact on some of those. At the other end of the floor, Narvaez just with a soft little bump, just enough to say you're not going to get an easy two. You're going to have to earn them at the stripe.
At the line for Bay City Western, it looks like it's going to be number 1, Braden Hitz, another junior for Bay City Western, is going to shoot a couple. 53-36. Hitz, first one is up and good. Well, they've been really good at the free throw line here in the third quarter.
Yep, much better than the first half, as they're probably shooting about 75% at the stripe.
Yep. Into the game for Central, number 23, Nicholas Charbonneau. Coming out is Leland Boynton.
23 is actually Baker, up from...
okay, sorry.
They brought him actually up from the freshman squad, and so he's going to get his first minutes of action. Narvaez up top with a nice spin to get away from the defender. And the first three ball for Baker, unable to drop. Fighting for the rebound, and they're flying down the floor.
Good
Christian and Narvaez both with great effort to get to that ball. Maybe some minor contact. The officials said play on. It's incidental.
Yep, good hustle, good no call, I think, right there by the officials, Jeff. Like you said, you know, you've done it many, many years, and sometimes you just don't have to blow the whistle at a play like that.
Yep, as long as you're consistent with what you got. And the Saginaw Valley League is known for
physicality.
The physicality, as Gillis with a real nice soft touch off the glass for two.
That was a nice-looking shot by Gillis. He's had a nice game tonight also.
A great answer for Steve Cushion.
Cushion's played well for Bay City Central.
Little bit out of control, but almost able to finish. And then we got a little reach and foul, and that's going to go against Hitz. Only their second team foul, though.
Buck 24 to go here in the third quarter. You're right, Hitz first personal, third team foul with that buck 24 to go here in the third quarter. Been a nice played third quarter.
Absolutely great. Crowd's kind of settled in, you know, not a whole lot exciting them. I think they've seen it all in the first half. Bay City Central with a shot. Baker tried to go up for a rebound, maybe didn't time it right. At the other end, nice looking for a finish. What a great job that time by Jenkins.
Jackson Jenkins with the soft hands right there, Jeff. Nice break by the Bay City Western Warriors. Good move.
Spin move by Cushion, couldn't finish. Gillis coming back down the floor. Looking in the corner, not a lot there. They're going to reset the show up top.
Boy, what a smart play by number 4, Culhaney.
So he gets Stewart back up top. So Stewart says, oh, you go here, you go there, and let's run this.
He's the quarterback.
You got to love it. Great pass after you get the defense to suck in on Gillis. And Culhaney with another trifecta.
Man, that was a nice-looking shot. 22 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Western going to come away with the last shot.
Gillis, he's been a Windex out here, too, cleaning the glass. Culhaney couldn't get that shot to drop with 9 seconds left. There's another opportunity, and we're going to have Cushion going up. Had the right idea, but just got a little body.
Again, Carter Stewart, the senior for Bay City Western, going to shoot a couple free throws with 4.5 ticks to go here in the third quarter, and an impressive third quarter for the Bay City Western Warriors.
And again, the third quarter at the free throw line has been very fortuitous, as another free throw goes in. And they fixed the free throw shooting woes that they had from the first half.
Yes, they certainly have. They're big. You got to make them when you're 15 feet, nobody in your face.
Another one
It's
down
impressive.
with 4.5 seconds left. They got to get the ball down. Narvaez is going to have to let one fly from just over half court. We're going to have a foul before the buzzer, and Narvaez is going to go to the free throw line. And it's going to be a tough three because he ain't going to have anybody on the free throw line with him. He's going to be there all by his lonesome.
Looks like Stewart with the foul. Oh, Braden hits with the foul, his second personal.
Oh, the drum major didn't realize that it's not the end of the quarter yet.
Doesn't
Narvaez
matter.
said,
Doesn't matter.
I'm in the rhythm. I'm going to drop him. Second one is good as well, and the floor general is going to go for the clean sweep at the free throw line.
Nice.
Very nicely done. Now at the end of the third quarter of play, 64-41. We'll be back in a moment for the final 8 on BCTV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back here on Bay County TV, looking at Colin Neitz right now. That young man is very special to the folks at Central. He's their team manager, and he is shouting positive encouragement from the time he touches the floor till he goes off it. He's just a joy to be around at Bay City Central.
It's like an assistant coach over there.
He is. He's got the pose going and everything. As Steve Cushion with a great little fadeaway. And the first deuce of the fourth belongs to the Wolfpack.
That was tough. That was a tough shot by Cushion right there.
I told you, he's got some game in and around the basket with a great answer at the other end. Wow, Combe.
They're just coming, Weston's coming at you with everybody's playing, shooting the ball well tonight for Bay City
Well, they're
Western.
coming off 79, and they're in a situation where they want to get another 79 tonight. As Cushion's going to try and go again with a nice little Euro step. Can't get the shot to drop. He'll earn 2 at the stripe.
That was nice patience down there, too. He got the foul. Jeff's going to shoot a couple. Number 45, Robbins, his third personal, and team foul number 1 here in the fourth quarter. Just underway here at the Corn Court.
Cushion with a bend of the knees, flick of the wrist. Oh, right off the back iron and the friendly roll in the visiting gym.
It's always nice to have a friendly rim on the road.
Now he's going to try for a second one. That ends up at about the same spot. And that one will not drop. So split of the 2 at the free throw line for Steve Cushion. And the Warriors with 7 and 15 and a 22-point lead. Back with their hands on the ball. Zay Hartwig back in to start the fourth quarter with his 3 fouls. Ball tipped out of bounds, and we'll go back over to the Warriors. Jake Boyzine with the good hands down there. He could be the State Farm good hands people.
You're in good hands, all right?
No, that's all State.
Oh.
Right. Same, only different.
All right.
Hartwig look at him with the
nice shot fake.
Pump up and get the defense up as they're coming down. He goes up with an easy deuce. As Cushion trying to dribble penetrate. Pulls up in the lane, can't get the shot to drop, but he's going to get 2 at the charity stripe again.
And I think that foul is going to be foul number 45, Robbins. That's his 4th personal. Cushion doing a nice job taking it to the rack, Jeff, and getting rewarded with another couple free throws.
He's the Energizer Bunny along with Narvaez on this team. Those 2 guys, I don't even think that they stop moving in their sleep. But you just got to love the high energy level. It's a coach's dream. As McCall Jr. couldn't get that shot to drop as Hartwig battled that away, and Hartwig's got a couple of words for him. He's got to be careful that he doesn't pick up a quick tee.
Baker with a nice three right there for Bay City Central.
Pulling up for a three ball, unable to make it happen. McCall Jr. with a rebound, trying to come down on transition. Baker using the body to shield off the defender and getting the deuce to drop.
That was a nice shot by Baker, all by his lonesome.
That's a quick five. And again, when you use your body like that to shield off the defender, Robbins at the other end with an answer and a quick little look back at the defender.
And he gets his meat hooks on that ball, Jeff. He is not going to be denied. He is just way too strong.
He's going to squeeze the pus out of that basketball.
He is really tough underneath the basket.
He's fearless. As Hartwick will sit back down. Williams with a real nice rotation on his bench tonight. And look at that shot. Oh,
and again, out again, Finnegan.
Finnegan for the drop again. And unable to see the down court pass that should have been there. And I think McCall is going to pick it up, or is it going to be Cushion?
It looked like Cushion.
His third, team second.
Cushion's third personal foul, team foul number 2. And we got 6 minutes exactly to go in this basketball game.
Trying to get it down to Robbins. He wants the area to be cleared out. Now they're going to go back down to him. Central's collapsing and going double. Gillis with a pull-up from 12 on the wing. Unable to make it happen. Cushion with a great backside rebound for Bay City Central.
Nice shot by Gillis. Looks like McCall's going to try to take it to the rack, Jeff. Good job finding the open player.
As Robbins goes down, and if he's in the neighborhood, he's going to find that ball. Great look. Sitting on the corner, kind of hiding away. Great pass, gets it there. And Coach Sanford wants a timeout for Bay City Central. 5:19 left in the ball game. 73-49 back in a moment on BCTV.
That's a full timeout.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back here on Bay County TV, Mike, thanks some of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff. It's Bay City All Saints Booster Club, Frank's Great Outdoors, Covenant Healthcare, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame. I'm sitting next to one of them right now. Village in Action Tone and Sandlot Sports, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV.
It is a great group of sponsors, and Sandlot Sports been with us now in the third year, and doing a great addition to our crew. Sitting in the corner, wide open for a three ball. Gillis with the rebound. Tried to get that back to Robbins. They're going to reset it up. Hartwig says, I'm squared up. I'll let it fly. Just a little strong. Can't get it. Mac Edmonds with the rebound. Cushion trying to get that to Baker, and Baker's underneath there in the land of the Giants going, oh boy. Steve Cushion's going to have a quick little fade away from 8. Can't get it to drop. Robbins with
nice
the Windex
rebound.
out cleaning the glass. Robbins with another rebound and put back. Big fella's got a soft touch around the basket.
He really does. He has done a nice job tonight, Jeff. He gives them a little bit of presence inside. We didn't see him against Midland, so that's a nice upgrade right there inside for Bay City Western. And Jenkins also gives them a little presence, too.
Baker with a little teardrop. Can't get that to drop either. And off on the wing, the ball goes to Combe as he's going to walk the ball up the floor. And looks like Steve Cushion here. I don't know, did he take a shot to the nose, or I think they're going to bring him out of the game right now. The officials called timeout. They're going to sit him down, and who we got coming in?
Looks like it's going to be number 11. Mwangi.
Mwangi, yep.
For Bay City Central.
All right, I don't know what they're doing. They're not reviewing any film to see if there's a flagrant foul or something intentional that was missed. I actually did not see what happened, but from appearances, it looks like he maybe caught one across the bridge of the nose.
It looks like, Jeff, that he has a puffer down there on the sideline. He may have, again, this is what I'm just saying.
Yep.
You know, I'm not a doctor, but he may have a little case of asthma right there. He's taking the puffer.
He's trying to take some deep breaths right now. So he's
catch his breath.
Trying to catch his breath, clear his head, or clear his lungs. So.
I had a daughter that had those, and they're always available. And Coach saw it and said, "Time to come off the floor. We'll take good care of you." He's had a nice game tonight for Bay City Central. Cushion has.
How about Hardwick exploding to the hole? Foul on him before the basket, but he was able to finish at the basket even through contact.
Fouls on number 32. Second team foul for Bay City Western.
As Carter is just into the game and a little bit long on the shot. It's out of bounds. Back over to the Bay City Central Wolves with 3:40 and counting left in the fourth. Mwangi lets it fly from downtown, comes up just a little bit short. Stewart at the other end. He wants to finish, but he decides to send it back up top.
Yep.
Travel. Got to put the orange on the floor if you're heading to the hole.
Weston Carter just shuffled off the Buffalo right there, Jeff, but nice take. He had a great idea. Just forgot to put the rock on the floor. 3:26 to go here in the ball game, and Bay City Western, Jeff, 75-49 with the big lead.
Boy, he saw a nice seam. He just got there a little too quick, didn't follow the sequence. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Adcock. Baker to inbound the ball for Bay City Central.
Aiden Adcock, another junior on the floor for Bay City Western. McCall's had a decent game all around for Bay City Central tonight.
Mwangi shuffled the Tootsies, got away with it. And the ball back to McCall Jr. That ball tipped away as well. 2-on-1 at the other end of the floor. And they're going to have a technical foul.
I think they're probably going to call basket interference.
I don't think the ball was in or close to the cylinder. I think if you got anything, you got a technical foul for grabbing on the rim.
Yep.
Technical foul's been assessed against the Warriors for grabbing the rim.
Yeah, if that ball was anywhere near the cylinder, you could have had an easy call for basket interference, but the ball was not near the cylinder, so I think that's the call that you got to make.
So the Wolves will come down. Baker's
the freshman at the line.
He's already at the line. He says, "I'm going to shoot these, Coach."
Well,
he's got a nice throw.
Yep, and Narvaez is your next best free throw shooter, and he's not on the floor right now. A little strong on the second offering. As he splits the two at the line, Bay City Central down 75-49.
And I know they take it from the scorer's table.
Opposite table, mid-court coach. Baker says he wants to continue. Tickling the twine on the trifecta. Freshman making his presence known here in the varsity game.
The young man's got a lot of confidence with that, Jay. I like it.
He doesn't elevate, but if you give him room to shoot, he's the best shooter in the school, they say.
The young man that came off the bench tonight, Luke Arnold, for the Warriors, having a nice game, number 14.
Baker tried another one, got a double iron, could not get it to finish. As they go, Stewart back across court. He's trying to split the defenders, and we're going to have a foul. And it's only team foul 4 with 2:09 left, being out of bounds.
Looks like the foul is going to be number 10 for Emmons, his fourth personal, team fourth.
Oh, they're going to call it a shooting foul.
Rays has to go back to the scorer's table. Go check in at the appropriate time.
He's excited. Get back in for that last 2:09 of activity. Stewart with the first of two off of the mark, a little bit strong.
They haven't missed many of those here in the second half.
Arbay's back in for Mwangi. Second free throw attempt, a nice adjustment. And the second one's good, split of the two at the line. Matching their point total against Standish Sterling at 79. The offense has really come alive the last two games for Willie Williams.
They are really shooting the ball well, Jeff. And again, I know I've said it before, but the free throws, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of free throw percentage they made tonight. And I think they're in the 75 to 77.
Well, they were lacking in the first half.
Yeah.
I would say they might get at 70, but if they're above 70, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Yeah. But they have shot very well in the second half. Strong to the hole, stepping back for a trifecta, unable to make it finish. Great tip out, can't get to the rebound, send it back up top. Halfway down and back out for number 5, Davenport.
Sometimes you wonder when you shoot those, you look at it come out like that and go, man, how in the heck did that not go in the basket?
Off your hand, it looks perfect.
Yes,
Narvaez with a big look at the three and tickles the twine. He pulls up and he had nobody in his area code there.
He shot that from Midland Road.
Stewart with a nice little scoop off the glass for the deuce. Baker deep on the wing. They're not going to give him any open looks. Narvaez deep in the corner. Brings it back out on the wing. He burps it up from 22. Look at that, just falling into McCall Jr.'s hands for the putback deuce.
Those are tough ones to put in right there when you're just in front of there and just gotta throw it over the rim. But he did a nice job, McCall.
Strong to the hole. Mac Edmonds with a rejection. And that ball goes out of bounds. I think they're going to give it back to Bay City Central. As we're down to 30 ticks left in an 81-58 game right now.
Wow.
Warrior offense for the second game in a row has put up big numbers.
Just shooting the ball so well are the Western Warriors right now.
Narvaez has got the double team, and lucky that didn't end up with a shuffling of the Tootsies. Narvaez thought, I might set one more fly in here. Baker inside to Edmonds, that ball tipped away. Fight for the loose change. They're going to say a kick ball, and it's going to go back over to Bay City Central.
2.8 seconds to go here, Jeff, and Western will come away with a huge win against their rival over there in the corner of Johnson and Columbus, the Bay City Central Wolves.
Well, the fans are starting to head to the exit as that's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score in our ball game, the Western Warriors 81. The Central Wolves 58. We'll be back to put the wraps on this one in just a moment on Bay County TV.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe that coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Back at our Sandlot Sports post-game show, Jeff Todt and Mike Wasdala. We talked just before we went on. A big third quarter for the Western Warriors was the difference in this game.
Yeah, Jeff, it really was. 81-58 the final. But that third quarter by Bay City Western, they shot the ball really well. I think their defense was solid, but they got to the free throw line and made those free throws. And it just tells you how important it is to make those when you get to the free throw line.
Well, we think they had unofficially about 12 points at the free throw line in a quarter, and that's huge.
That is really big, Jeff, and they were very confident when they were getting to the free throw line. And, you know, when you get to the free throw line, you make those shots, and you say this a lot, gives you a lot of confidence when you're shooting the basketball during the flow of the game.
You get in a rhythm at the line, and that really makes your next shot feel that much easier and more comfortable.
Well, and when you're confident shooting the ball and they're going in like that, you just have this good feeling. It feels good, it looks good, and you know it's going to go in. And that's what Western did tonight. They really shot the ball extremely well.
Well, and you look at Bay City Central, I believe that's their highest offensive output for the season. So they're believing in the process, and it continues. To be able to score 58 in a game is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and they did some really nice things tonight. Cushion did some nice things for the Warriors. Baker came off the bench. The freshman did some nice things. So you're right. It is a process. They're getting used to the coach, his style, and his coaching style. But I liked what Bay City Central did tonight on the floor.
Well, that about puts the wraps on this postgame show. Next week, we go up to Pinconning to see Coach Donahue and the Spartan boys in action. So on behalf of the whole crew, I'm Jeff Doan, along another marvelous job
Always
partner.
A pleasure sitting to your right, my friend.
Sitting next to you is not like work. Nick Page, you outdo yourself every time you touch the buttons there. He pushes all the right buttons. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you from Penny.